Hi, my name's Dru Jaeger. I'm one of Club Soda's co-founders. Today we are sharing some really important and significant news, which is that we are closing this Facebook group, Club Soda Together, on the 31st of May. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the reasons why we're closing the group, about the timeline for closure, and what happens next in terms of things that you can do and things that we are doing to support you through this change. Facebook has changed a lot in the time that this group has been going. We started back in 2014, and I think many of us will recognise how much our experience of being on Facebook has changed over the past couple of years. The sad fact is that from our perspective, Facebook has actually become a really difficult place to support a community. Even with our team of volunteers, it's very difficult to communicate with you directly, and ultimately Facebook's algorithm always has the last word. And so we've been working really hard elsewhere off Facebook to improve the way that we can support you to cut down and quit drinking. We have courses on our website. We run regular webinars where we can chat face to face. We have articles that you can read, and we have a Telegram group supporting our courses where we can chat much more directly. And the final reason is that Club Soda is changing. I don't think any of us expected 8 years ago that we would be running a tasting room in central London, but we have seen the impact that it can have putting drinks into people's hands and helping them discover alcohol-free alternatives. And we have ambitions to bring the tasting room to cities across the UK. But behind the scenes, Club Soda is really small. It's me, Laura, and Yussi, and we have a lot to do. So let me tell you about what's happening over the next 10 days. Starting today, one really big change is that you won't be able to post directly into the Facebook group yourself. I want to talk a little bit about why we're doing that, and it's really practical. It's because we want to make sure that we hear you and that we reach the maximum number of people possible with the news about the group's closure so that we can support you through this process. Starting tomorrow, there's going to be a series of posts. We're going to talk about the practicalities of closure, how to stay in contact with Club Soda online and in the real world. We're going to be sharing other support and resources and asking for your suggestions. There'll be space for you to talk about the friendships that you want to make. And really importantly, we want to give you space to celebrate what you've achieved by being part of this group. And of course, we want to thank our brilliant volunteer admins too. One of the ways in which Facebook's changed is that they've actually changed the way in which groups are able to be closed. The only way to permanently delete a group is to remove every single one of you one by one, and frankly I don't have 3 months of my life to do that. So instead, what will happen on the 31st of May is that this group will be paused. What that means is that everything that you've contributed to the group so far is going to be preserved. We'll be sharing some information about how you can download and access your information if that's what you decide to do. But really, in terms of your history with this group, it's all going to be there. We'll be sharing other ways in which you can stay in contact with the Club Soda community. But now's the moment actually to reach out and make friends. I know so many people who have built real lasting friendships based on their interactions in this group. Later in this week, there'll be some posts asking for your recommendations of other Facebook groups. Now's really the moment to make those connections which will sustain you from this point on. We're also going to be sharing some resources, and with the volunteer admins, we are reaching out to individuals in this group who we know might need extra help to manage this transition. One thing that's really important to say is that our normal community rules continue to apply. We've always wanted and worked really hard to make sure that Club Soda Together is a place which is safe and supportive. This decision is likely to stir up some big feelings. It certainly does for me. I really want to encourage you, before you post, before you comment, before you engage with other people, to take a breath, to think about the other support that you've got, to think about other resources that you can draw on. I know that for many people, this group is important. It might be central for you in changing your drinking. But this group has never been the only thing that there is about Club Soda, nor has it ever been the only place on Facebook where you can get support. This is going to be okay. We are going to get through this. I realise that it's going to be challenging. But I want you to know that we have got your back, that Club Soda is going nowhere, and we will look forward to supporting you and engaging with you as you take steps to drink mindfully and live well. Thanks so much for your time in listening.